Why we tend to rely heavily upon the first piece of information we receive. What is the anchoring bias? Anchoring bias is a cognitive bias that causes us to rely too heavily on the first piece of information we are given about a topic. When we are setting plans or making estimates about something, we interpret newer information from the reference point of our anchor, instead of seeing it objectively. This can skew our judgment, and prevent us from updating our plans or predictions as much as we should. Why it happens? There are two dominant theories behind anchoring bias. The first one, the anchor and adjust hypothesis, says that when we make decisions under uncertainty, we start by calculating some initial value and adjusting it, but our adjustments are usually insufficient. The second one, the selective accessibility theory, says that anchoring bias happens because we are primed to recall and notice anchor consistent information. Example 1. Anchors in the courtroom. In criminal court cases, prosecutors often demand a certain length of sentence for the accused. Research shows these demands can become anchors that bias the judge's decision-making. Example 2. Anchoring and portion sizes. The common tendency to eat more when faced with a larger portion might be explained by anchoring. In one study, participants' estimates of how much they would eat were influenced by an anchoring portion size, large or small, they had been told to imagine previously. How to avoid it? The anchoring effect is difficult, if not impossible, to completely avoid, but research shows that it can be reduced by considering reasons why the anchor doesn't fit the situation well. Caution. Anchoring bias is a pervasive cognitive bias that causes us to rely too heavily on information that we received early on in the decision-making process. Because we use this anchoring information as a point of reference, our perception of the situation can become skewed.